The Edge Evolution dash pod will be an awesome choice for the owners of a Edge CS2 or CTS2 to seamlessly mount and display that device in the interior of your 09 to 14 F150. Now the ABS plastic pod will mount to the left side of the steering wheel right above that AC vent and will be a nice alternative to the windshield mounts in regards to fit and finish for around 50 bucks. Now the install is not going to require any cutting, drilling, gluing, or any permanent modification, so therefore let's call it a soft 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, with a little bit more detail to come later in the video. So generally speaking, there are two types of owners out there. Those who like to display their tuners full time and those who do not. Now I will say part of the problem for the owners who really don't want to display their device is the lack of a clean install option. Now typically you will encounter the windshield mount, which does the job but can sometimes leave a lot to be desired for the OCD truck owners out there like myself who think a loose cable and suction cup mount doesn't exactly look the best in the cab of your rig. And that's where the Edge dash pod comes into play. Now I really like the approach Edge took when designing their product because I think when installed it flows pretty well at the interior, does a relatively good job of hiding that OBD2 cord, and best of all, it does not block your view of the cluster or the windshield or block any airflow coming out of your vent, which by the way is something you can't say of other gauge pod options in the category. But just so we are clear here, gang, this product was designed to be used with Edge handheld devices like the CS2 and the CTS2 tuners, and therefore expect those things to work flawlessly with the pod here. However, there have been a few customers on the site who have actually modified this slightly to work with the SET Livewire TS, as the dimensions are pretty similar to the Edge devices, but again, it's not going to be a perfect fit right out of the box and would involve some customization. But getting back to the pod itself, as you can see, things are going to be pretty simple. You're looking at an ABS plastic construction with vacuum formed edges, and by the way, the entire thing is paintable if you'd wish. Although if I can be completely honest, the texture plastic is going to flow the best with the stock interior, obviously gray and black being the best bet. And while the $50 price tag might be a little bit more than most suction cup mount options out there, I feel like the finished product when installed is certainly going to be worth the extra dough. And speaking of installation, let's touch on that briefly here, guys, because as you might imagine, there really isn't a lot to cover. So as such, 1 out of 3 wrenches on the old difficulty meter and maybe 30 minutes or so of your time from start to finish. In fact, no tools needed whatsoever here, guys. Maybe a little bit of alcohol to clean any dash shine or dash protectant off, but everything else you need is included with the kit. Getting started, I would recommend, again, cleaning the dash of any dash shine, Armor All, things like that before getting started, using some alcohol prep pads, whatever you have laying around the house or garage. This way, it's just gonna promote the best adhesion possible with the included brackets and Velcro with the kit. Now, once that's done, they do recommend using some masking tape, painter's tape, something like that, to get the dash pod exactly where you want it and then create an outline with that painter's tape on your dash. That way, once you get the brackets installed, you can line this sucker up right where you want it, adhere it to your dash, and that's pretty much it. Now, once this thing is installed, you can go ahead and route that cable up the side of your doorway or door jamb, get your CTS2 or your CS2 in place, and your installation is complete. So wrapping this one up, guys, if you own an Edge device and would like a way to cleanly display it in your truck at all times, be sure to check out the Edge dash pod option right here at AmericanTrucks.com.